What's up guys, Dark Shoes here. Today we'll be doing a top 3 basically worst fails of Dragon Ball Super. But first I really want to say that this will be just my opinion. Of course, you know, if you feel some type of way about the things that I've said about the series, leave a comment down below. I would love to get more of a discussion with you guys about Dragon Ball Super as a whole and my feedback on it basically. And I will be making a video about general discussion of Dragon Ball Super on its current arcs, on its current things that's going on, and also old sagas between Dragon Ball Super. You know, basically we'll be discussing that as well. So I want to get down right to the list. Number 1 being the pacing of the actual series. For some people that might not know, most anime goes by a certain pacing. Some may be fast, some may be slow, depending on like the series. Usually a lot of comedy series have a lot of fast pacing because, you know, none but, you know, little skits and jokes and whatnot. But for a shonen anime, it should not have been this fast to go the way it's going. Usually shonen anime is a lot more slow paced and a lot more character development, and things go by really slowly. But now, as I see as a whole, Dragon Ball Super is going by extremely quick. They're getting sagas in and out, in and out, in and out, and people should understand that when you put out these episodes, the sagas should be around maybe, I would say, darn near 30 to 50 episodes length. That's my opinion, of course. But now they're being like, every now and again they make like 10 episodes of saga, or they make like 20 episodes of saga, or 50 episodes. Like it's, and then like the fighting scenes are going way too fast, and it's mostly dialogue heavy. And I understand that Dragon Ball Z as a whole used to be very dialogue heavy, but at least the fights were longer and the dialogue was on pace with the fights. But now you see more dialogue. When the fights happen, it's sudden and they cut. It's like you will see when between the new episodes there'll be a lot of filler, and people will generally think that okay, this filler is pretty horrible. But to be honest with you, the filler is probably the least of your worries. I would say mostly because of the dialogue that has been taking place. It makes the pacing seem weird, and even though the fights may be as long, but the dialogue is longer in comparison. The second thing I want to talk about, is you know, the top, you know, like the second thing I would say that's wrong with Dragon Ball Super is the animation style. Sure, they have their ups and their downs, but I would say overall, you've seen it like little bits of animation that's really awkward looking, or the character has a facial structure that looks really awkward looking, and I would say that it could be a bad thing, but it also can be a good thing on an animator's part. It's easier to animate weird faces, and it'll look like the character is getting warped or stronger or showing a different, like, it's hard to explain because I see it in a lot of animation nowadays with a lot of people who animate that way, where like a character like bounce, or they'll move a certain way, or their facial structure will move a certain way, and it makes it a lot more smoother, sleeker animation style. But when I see it, it looks really awkward and it doesn't look really right, you know? And I understand people want to use that excuse as, hey, it's a better way of animating. But you see like Disney and other shows have like certain things and concepts like that. But sure, they'll have awkward scenes every now and again, but it don't be as awkward to the point where you show your character twice the size of that same character within the same scene, you know? Like that's the kind of animation that's really awkward looking and it looks really bad. And it might be just my pick about it, you know, my little, you know, this might be my own thing about it, but that's how I see it, you know? And the third thing will be the character development. The character development in Dragon Ball Super, well, in any shonen anime, mine is not, you know, like it might not be the strongest suit of any shonen, but the character development in Dragon Ball Super, it carries over that development from Dragon Ball Z. And I see a lot of differences between the characters between Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball Z. and it's not a bad thing, but it's not continuing the actual motivation and the character's regular behaviors. For instance, let me use this as an example. Sorry, I'm stuttering. But yeah, let me use it as an example. Vegeta's character development in Dragon Ball Super is a lot more realistic than Goku's character development in Dragon Ball Super. Goku's character development in Dragon Ball Z, he was a lot more, he said, okay, let's get serious when things get serious. Sure, he might be laid back, but he's not a complete moron. You know, there are times where he beefed up, there are times where he messed up, but he knew the consequences and he knew to get things done. He was like, well, let me test out the power of that individual. But I could see that he got serious to that fight with Kid Buu. Sure, he wanted to test out Kid Buu's power and he wanted to go all out. But when I see him fight Black, it's like at one moment he's like serious, but in another moment he gets caught off guard, which shows me that he isn't serious. Because even when Whis said that when Goku had fought Whis, Whis said that because of Goku being sensitive and kind-hearted, he can't really fight at that potential that Vegeta has, you know. But I understand that there are some things you want to put into your character where it seems more of their development. But in the long run, when you have a character point out their faults, maybe have that character fix their faults throughout these series, and then show a little bit of development. Even though the character might be as dumb as bricks, but let them show a little bit more development. You know, it's not like, oh, this is just a random-of-the-mill cartoon. This is a shonen, and every shonen has a bit of character development. Might be not as big or as life-changing, but it's a little bit. You know, just a little bit of character development. That's all I ask for. And down to the discussion of Dragon Ball Super as a whole, just to wrap it all up in one bow, Dragon Ball Super is more of a niche anime. It's not like an anime you can just jump right into and enjoy it, because of a lot of things that they did wrong, but more catered to the fan service of Dragon Ball Z fans. And I would say that one mistake that they made, here's a bonus, one mistake that they made was make movies and put them into the series. Like, don't just copy paste movies into the series. It just seems really, really weird, and it seems really, really lazy. And I don't mind putting it into. I don't mind like having Frieza fight in the series, but make it different. You know, make the outcome a little bit more different. Make it a little bit more entertaining. Make the fight last a little bit longer. You know, make them show like a training session where Frieza learns how to turn golden form. You know what I mean? This is what they need to have. Having that, and then having it out of a comedy or something like that, make it funny, make them do like a Rocky Balboa training montage or something. Make it something hilarious. Make it funny. That's what we want. You know, that's what anybody wants watching anime. They want to see some comedy. They want to see some action. They want to see some this, some of that, some of this, some of that. And that's what they need to start doing. You know, and I know that the newer episodes, like the one when you fought Ariel, maybe that will put in more of a comedy sense. But I don't know what they'll do with that. You know, like something like that could really make or break the series. You know, and people are getting upset over filler. Where, you know, would you rather want filler, or would you rather want the crappy goddamn fights the last 2 minutes and then 30 minutes of dialogue? You know what I mean? And have the dialogue is completely useless, you know? And that's all I gotta say about it. I would say I will make the rant about it more later on, because I already made a rant about it, you know, and I'll put an annotation in the end of the outro of my previous rant. But other than that, that's all I gotta say about it. It's a pretty okay series, but it all boils down to continuity. It all boils down to pacing and animation and character development. It all boils down to that. And from that decision, you should make on basically if you want to watch the series or not. Because, you know, who knows? The series might be a really good series on down the line. It might be pretty bad, but it all depends on the viewers and their opinions, because I have no say. And a lot of the Dragon Ball Z YouTubers, they have more to say than I do. But honestly, I'm just telling you the truth. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not giving favor towards the series. I like the series, I enjoy the series, but I'm not favoring it, and I'm not letting my nostalgia reflect on that, you know? Because I am a Dragon Ball Z fan, and I'm not going to let the series dictate what I like it or dislike it, but I will let the actual writing dictate whether I like it or dislike it. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching my top 3 list of fails of Dragon Ball Super. If you love the content, go ahead and click subscribe down, and you know, that little red subscribe button I put down there, that's for you to subscribe. And if you like the video, go ahead and leave a like. And if you wanted future discussions among Dragon Ball Super or any other anime, leave it in the comment down below. And thank you guys so much for watching, and take care.